Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So here is my handy dandy wig head. If you guys know, it's been with me since the beginning. But I'm teaming up with WowAfrican to bring you their 360 Brazilian straight frontal wig. Of course, we do have a ton of goodies that come inside of the box, like a wig cap, some coupons, a comb, and some pretty much frizz like flyaways. So here's a quick look at the actual unit. You guys can see there is an elastic band on the inside that kind of mimics like a bra strap. So even that's adjustable, and then it's also an adjustable cap as well. Like I said, it is a 360 unit, so you guys can see that lace going all the way around. But I want to really get detailed on how to really just pluck the F out of these freaking lace units. So I'm here to make it a little bit easier for you, especially if you are a beginner. So the good thing about WowAfrican, they've already pre-bleached the knots. So you don't even have to go through the fuss of getting the right consistency, over-bleaching the knots, not having the right lace color. As you guys can see, this color lace is transparent. So it literally should melt into any skin tone. Obviously, I have a bunch of different tips and tricks to kind of show you how to get through the bulk of hair. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and start from the very sides of the hair. You guys can see I parted the hair off in a diagonal motion, and I go ahead and just kind of section off about a ½ inch, and I literally start to pull. You want to make sure that your tweezers is with the pointy side going toward the actual hair, and then you literally go in a diagonal motion, pulling two or three strands out at a time. So obviously you don't want to be pulling like chunks and chunks of hair, which I could tell instantly that this wig was really bleached really well because the knots on this unit were not loose. They didn't feel like, you know, the hair was easily falling out, and that's one of the main causes for balding lace frontals and things like that. If the knots are over bleached, it makes it super easy, and it makes the hair I guess more vulnerable to breakage. So that's something you want to keep in mind. You don't want to over bleach your knots. Just a nice light brown color, and I promise you, you'll be fine. So as you guys can see, I do one diagonal motion going almost in an X shape. So the one diagonal motion going down just to part out the hair, and then I go backward just to really see exactly what it is that I'm pulling out. So you guys see that I'm slowly going through each section, taking my time, making sure not to repeat the same area for too long. So I kind of use a good rule of thumb, just looking at each strand, wherever it is a little bit thicker than not, I start to kind of pluck there until everything kind of just blends and fades into each other. So you guys can even see this now. Taking a look at the actual hair, you'll see where it looks like there are a little bit more areas of hair in one spot than not. So I will go ahead and just kind of pluck back in between those just to make sure, like I said, everything is pretty much faded out. And don't be afraid to do this. Like, as long as you are not causing a bald spot or over plucking one area, it's going to blend. It's going to blend. You just want to make sure that, you know, the further back you go towards the hair, you can go ahead and blend, but you don't want to over tweeze that because you don't want to look like you have thinning edges, right? Now that would kind of defeat the purpose of a weave or a wig. So I'm just going back and forth and kind of just checking my work, and I try not to do too much work to the front of the frontal because of course I want to make sure that everything is as faded as possible before actually moving on to the very, like, I guess a hairline of the actual the wig or the lace. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. You guys can see everything is just fading out nicely. The unit already had like baby hairs kind of cut, but they were long baby hairs, so it definitely gives you flexibility for if you want to use them or if you don't. I find cutting baby hair at least into the frontal allows everything just to blend that much better because you don't have the bulk of hair going back into I guess the rest of the hair. You guys will see what I'm talking about in just a few moments. So far so good. You guys can already tell that everything is starting to blend. We have a nice little kind of streak going through, and you see that part that I literally just parted there. You can see how that was a little too heavy, so you just want to do that same thing, pulling out a couple of hairs at once going back and forth, really taking your time and not over plucking the same area. So I'm going to continue this process until we get ready to start to kind of just cut some baby hair into the unit. And you guys can see through this unit, there is that little spot where the elastic band is. So that will be completely normal on any unit if you were going to apply an elastic band on the inside. So keep that in mind. Now you also see this comb. That will be something that I will remove further on in the video. So if you're interested in how to safely remove combs from wigs, definitely take a look at that, because I want you guys to really see it. So here's a blend. And you kind of just go ahead and start to cut and cut away the hair you don't need. And then this is where you want to start to kind of work on the front of the hairline. So as you cut those baby hairs, you can kind of see where it's just like, oh, well, that's too bulky or that's too much hair. You know, eventually you will brush everything back and kind of keep the little baby hairs that you want to keep, but you at least want to make sure that everything is completely blended. So you can see if you were having your own natural hair in a baby hair style, you know, with hair pushed out to the front, you are going to have that little gap of hair in between. I don't want you guys to over pluck that area. That's why it is imperative that you start to pluck your frontals kind of in this diagonal motion without going all the way to the front of the lace wig, because that's what really causes that fade, and that's what makes your units look as natural as possible. So yeah, I don't know if in previous videos I've shown you anything different, but this is really just more explained and kind of just so that you understand why we're doing what we're doing and how that kind of benefits. So you see here where I kind of over plucked in this one area. It's a temple area, thankfully, and temples are usually a little bit thinner on a natural scalp, so that won't cause me too much havoc, but you want to be careful of that. You want to make sure that you are not moving too fast to where you're just kind of like you've been plucking in the same spot for too long. I'm going to keep saying that because it is so freaking important. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Shea Moisture. This is the Freeze Control or Frizz Free Curl Mousse. So nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and take that. You guys can use any mousse that you feel comfortable with. This one to me is more water-based, does not leave a sticky residue, and so I can just maneuver through the hair with no problem. Allows a nice sheen, and boom. So this is where we get to check our work. You want to go ahead and use the mousse. If you want to use a water spray bottle, you definitely can, but be aware that mousse has alcohol in it, so it will allow the hair to dry a little bit faster than water. So that's why we don't want to use water, but I mean, if that's all you have, go ahead and use that. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to see where we have some hairs that were just a little bit too thick on top of each other, and we're going to go ahead and kind of fade those out. Luckily for me, it was not many, but you know, this is just a good time to really see where when you lay that hair down, where's the bulk coming from. So you want to make sure you're pulling from the root and you're not just kind of shredding up the hair. So you go ahead and just kind of comb this out, and as you guys can see, everything looks really natural. I know I need to get a new wig cap or a wig head because I'm like, it's looking real dingy, but you guys, this blend looks amazing. So yeah, I'm happy with it. But I want to show you just a step further how to really lay things down. Now me, I'm more of a natural girl. I would have left it like this and kind of just went about my day. But if you are wanting something that is more sleek, I'm going to show you how to get that as well. So this is just a quick before and after of exactly what it is that I did. That old hairline to the new. The old hairline was okay, right? But we want to kind of step it up a notch. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and take my hot comb. You guys know you can find this at any local beauty supply store for, I believe, about $12. Even at Walmart, Target, so on and so forth. It's the one that plugs in, which to me is a lot easier to use. I'm going to go ahead and take my Kenra Thermal Setting Spray or Styling Spray. It's a really light hold spray, perfect for flat ironing and things like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use this just to kind of tame the hairs, and then also really get a flat as possible kind of lay in combination with the hot comb. So you guys will see how that really just kind of lays down the hair without having to do too much work. I'm not having to tie the wig down. There's no wait time. It's basically what I'm saying. I don't have to lay any of my edges down or anything like that. Literally just pop it on and go. And the best thing about this unit is because it has that elastic band, this will be a completely glueless unit. So you don't have to use bold hold, gotta be glued, gel, hairspray, pump it up. None of these gimmicks that us YouTubers try. Literally, you can pop on this wig and you can go. So this is pretty much the gist of this part. I really want to show you what that looks like to have all the hair kind of laid down, perfectly out of the way. You guys see it just mimics real hair. So like I said, it's a 360 unit. I just wanted to show you that the hairline does go around the entire nape of the unit. If you want, I did notice that the knots were not bleached in the very back of the wig and along the sides. Normally, that's not something you really would care about because in your natural hairline, usually that is a fuller part of your hair. But if that's something you want to customize, you definitely can. You can go ahead and do that, and you can also kind of pluck it out just a little bit if you intend on putting this in a ponytail. Let me know if you guys would want to see me put this unit in a ponytail because I don't think I've ever done how to put your lace wigs in a ponytail. So definitely let me know. Literally just doing the same thing on the other side and kind of just maneuvering through the hair, continuing with a check. Now, because I am right-handed, I can do some things with my left hand, but yeah, I wasn't able to kind of do this the opposite way without standing directly in front of the camera. So I'm doing this from the side, and you guys can see you still get the same result. So whether you push that hair forward or you push it backward, as long as you're starting I guess a little bit behind the actual hairline and then you're parting the hair off in a diagonal motion, you will be okay. I promise you. This will work out. Just continue to check your work. While I was on this side of the head, I definitely checked my work a lot more frequently because I just couldn't see it right away, right? I was kind of on the underside of the actual unit. And you guys can see here where I'm going to kind of zoom in just a little bit. You guys will see how all of those knots are kind of just going in a straight row. That's what we want to get rid of, the uniformity. We want to make sure that this is completely like blended and bleeded out. Random hairs just kind of like, okay, this is going to go here, this is going to go there. There's no perfect way to do this. It's going to be different every single time you do it. But once you have an idea of what a natural hairline should look like, you will perfect this. So go ahead and cut those little baby hairs even if you don't intend to use them. I promise you it makes blending so much easier and you're just able to kind of really see what it is you're working with and don't have to worry about the bulk of the hair in the front, because normally any normal head is going to have shorter hairs around the sides and things like that. So don't feel anxious about the baby hair, okay? So here is a quick look. Of course, same thing, how the baby hair is just kind of blended back, and then we're going to take that mousse and smooth everything through again. We're going to go ahead and flatten this out completely. Y'all, look at that. The hair is literally fading back. It's not like a thick bulk of hair. It's literally everything is fading back like I was about to do some finger waves, girl, okay? They look good, 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 good. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use this as an opportunity to actually go back in with our tweezers to kind of pluck out any bulky hair. So I was able to actually point out a couple more than what I actually ended up plucking out just looking back at this video. But nevertheless, you can go hard, you can go soft, like it's up to you. If you want to go crazy with it, go crazy. But I advise for you not to go too crazy because you're going to have a bald wig, okay? So you want to let that dry just a little bit, maybe about 3 minutes. Go through with your hot comb. It's going to help that drying process as well. And go ahead and start to go through the hair. Once you feel comfortable with it, and like I said before, those elastic bands that I keep seeing peek through won't really matter because it will be sitting far enough on your hairline and against your hair to where it'll kind of just like, it'll look like the hair. So don't be alarmed with that. It's just because it's a dome cap. But nevertheless, going through with that hot comb, you can kind of just lay everything down. Boom, boom. You got your spray just to get rid of the flyaways. And y'all, this is perfect. It almost makes the Brazilian hair look that much more like a silk press out. And I don't know what it is, but since I've been doing the frontals and making them like without the baby hair and kind of doing the more natural look, it literally mimics hair. Like you couldn't have told me like this was not like, you know, my own by the time I put this on. So I did not add, for the sake of the length of the video, I did not add a clip with me actually wearing the unit, but definitely let me know if that's something you want to see. I would be more than happy to show you guys that, just really how to lay it down with this 360 unit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was super duper detailed. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you the inside of the wig cap just so that you kind of get a better idea of what I mean when I say how to remove those combs, because sometimes they're just obnoxious. It's like, thank you, but I kind of don't need you. So you want to go ahead and take an eyebrow razor, whichever one. It can be the long hand or the short handle, whatever. I know they come different ways, but you want to find the thread, pull it away from the lace as gentle as possible, and go ahead and start to cut that off. You don't want to cut anywhere near the lace. You want to try to make sure that your razor is always flush against the actual wig comb and that material, because if you make a mistake, okay, boom, you probably cut the wig comb as opposed to the actual lace. So you just want to keep that in mind. Be really, really careful, because this is where it's crucial. If you put a hole in the lace, like, you just ruined all your great work, and then I'm gonna have to show you how to fix that. And we're not here for that today. So this is what the wig cap looks like now that we pretty much have everything all settled. You'll see that there are still a few strands of thread that are left over. You can literally just slip those out. Boom. There you go. And that's that little space for the elastic band that I told you looks like a bra strap. And now that we have both of them removed, you can see that the knots were bleached. You can see that everything's blended. You can see that transparent lace, the elastic adjustable band on the inside as well. And so we are pretty much ready to install, you guys. This looks really, really good. I was really happy about it. And the cap was actually really stretchy. Now, this is the one tip I wanted to show you on the back side, where I told you, of course, there's lace going all the way around the unit. You can see how it's a very short amount of lace. So to me, it's not worth customizing, but if you want to obsess over it, do that. Okay, let me show you how to pluck it. So I'm not going to go overboard with this, but I do want to show you how a small difference will make a difference. So just plucking out a little bit of hair, you can kind of see how the nape of the neck is kind of just fading more into I guess the back of the hair than anything else. So if you want to continue that, you can, to kind of get this faded look. Of course, it's not going to be as dramatic, but you can do that as well. So that is pretty much that on that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is how much hair we lost. So it is a good amount, but it's definitely worth it. These wigs are super full, pretty, soft, luxurious. Love you so much. Stay pretty. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, babies.